What's going on, everybody? We're just on here right now. Shout out to Hayden, my man. Strike Zone, and if he's in the house, we'll pack up the people, I'm sure. First of all, happy Sunday. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. Wait for some more people to get on here. And we'll go over some of this Yamamoto meeting that the Yankees had this afternoon, with the Yankees. And apparently, Aaron Judge was scheduled to be there too. And a little bit of news keeps trickling in. I'm sure we'll get more of it tomorrow. But they did have a second meeting today. We know that the Mets had a meeting with them yesterday. He had dinner at Steve Coleman's house, Yamamoto. So he's already on the East Coast. That we know. So, Joe, you might be right that the deal gets done tomorrow. And this is some of the stuff. That's why I wanted to go live. I want to wait for more people to get on here so that we can really, really get into this. But I have something. I'm going to wait for every. All right, we got a whole bunch more people on. We got 129 people on here already. Hit that like button if you don't mind. I want to personally thank each and every one of you. The channel itself has passed the 20,000 subscriber milestone today, and I have all of you to thank for it. I cannot express how grateful I am for all of you, for your support, your dedication, your love, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you. And I did say I'm going to do a giveaway, and since this is the live stream in which it happened, I'm going to pick 5 people from this stream and do a giveaway. So, Consul Yeti, thank you so much. But we're past the 20,000 subscriber barrier today, which is unbelievable. So, yes, he requested another meeting. It happened this afternoon. The meeting's already over, and we're gonna get a little bit more information. But I put out something earlier. Somebody put out a rumor, a Mets-based person, that the Mets had offered him a contract, and between $360 and $390 million. And one of the reasons I put that out there, and I titled it as rumor, okay? And I said in the video, rumor. So smash that like button, gang. Let's try to get to 200 likes as quickly as we can. Again, for those of you who haven't heard, thank you so much. The channel 20,000 subscriber milestone today, so I really appreciate all of you. I don't know if it's a Yankee yet, and this is some of the information. And this, I wanted people to see. There's a difference between news and rumors that circulate in the Yankee universe versus what circulates in the Mets universe, and this is that, right? It hasn't been corroborated yet. This is why I titled it rumor. Okay, there's a reason why I did that. So, and again, just like a lot of people there's sources. Like somebody accused me of using a fake source and blah, blah. It's not my source. I never said it was my source. Okay, I have sources just like a lot of other people do. And people are willing to share information with me, and that they don't have to, and I appreciate it. But if I do have a source that wants to actually break news that hasn't been broken anywhere, they are welcome to come on the channel anytime they want to break it themselves. I will hand the floor to them happily. I want them to get full credit for breaking that news. I don't want to take credit for their work. So, but thank you, Ken. I appreciate all of you. But again, this is the difference versus the type of stuff that circulates in the Mets universe versus what circulates in the Yankees universe, right? So just like we had a bunch of Mariners fans coming on here saying, "Oh, Soto's going to be a Mariners, no doubt about it." But remember that? We had that, and Soto was going to be a Met. We had that too. So, thank you, folks. I appreciate you. And again, when if I'm breaking news, I title it breaking or breaking news, and I have the sources to corroborate it, and I mention the sources, which is why I put out that rumor. Okay, I wanted people to see them for themselves, so get as much information as possible so you could vet it. Okay, and again, if you listen to the short, I didn't say it was my source. I said it's rumored to have, this is the number that's rumored, and it hasn't been corroborated yet and all this stuff. So I would definitely appreciate whoever wants to make comments on it, which is totally fine, to listen to it first, because I said it just as much what was in the title. I said it. So, but we're gonna keep doing the same thing. But again, if there's news to break, I will break it. If it's accurate, I will have sources to back it up, and I will name the sources like I always do. The reporting. But if a source wants to come on here themselves, him or herself, and break the news, they're more than welcome to anytime they want. So totally fine with that. So, and again, so that's the right now what we have heard from pretty credible sources yesterday that he does apparently have two $300 million plus offers in hand already, Boston and the San Francisco Giants. Now, keep in mind at 300 million, the posting fee at this point is already about $45 million. So you're paying 345, not 300. If it gets to 350, you're pretty much going to pay 400 million for this guy. Okay, at what point? Okay, why exactly, Dr. Hitzkins? I wouldn't say he's definitely going to be a Yankee. I don't. That's why I give both sides. That's why I give as much information as possible because I want you to be kept in the loop on all this stuff. Okay, and like I'm not going to break bullshit if it's bullshit because then you have every right to call me out on it. I'm not going to do it. All things Yankees, I appreciate that. No, no. If it's a rumor, I say it's a rumor. If it's breaking news, I say it's breaking news. So, and again, like I could do this. I mean, I'm not going to say my people are telling me because my sources are telling me because they know people who are telling them who know people. Like, no, I'll just have the source on directly to break it for you. If they want to break it here and this is the platform they want to do it, go right ahead. Okay, go right ahead. They're more than welcome to. But again, as far as we know, as far as the reporters know, nothing's been signed yet. And when that happens, that'll break pretty damn quickly. But the Yankees are not going to leave if they are the team to sign him. But again, keep in mind the posting fee that goes along with it. If it's $300 million, and it sounds like it's going to be minimum. It's going to be a minimum of $45 million posting fee. So 300 goes to 345, just like that. 45 goes to the team itself, and 300 goes to the player. Okay, and if anybody who thinks Roki Sasaki's team is going to forfeit that money to post him early to just let him come over here and get an international contract or an amateur, which is an amateur baseball contract, and just forfeit $40 million because one person said that on someone else's channel, like, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Unless we hear they're willing to do that and willing to forfeit that money, it's all speculation. It's all speculation. Okay, so and I don't really care if Roki Sasaki. He's not posted, so I'm not wasting my time with him. Like Yamamoto's the guy right now, and I've already talked about if Yamamoto doesn't happen, what's the pivot point? Which is why I want to ask you folks, and I appreciate you all coming on. Let's try to get to 300 likes, gang, if you don't mind. So just hit that like button, please. Hit that thumbs up. Let's bash through it. Let's try to get to 300. And again, for those of you who haven't heard, we hit 20,000 subscribers today. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love all of you. You are the best. So shout out to all of you. But again, like, what's the pivot point, right? What's the pivot point, and what can we do at this point? And and like I'm seeing some people are saying Dylan Cease. Yep, and I just saw this guy said Cease and Garrett Crochet. See that? I would want to go for a starter and a reliever. That's a good pairing, right? I would look into Shane Bieber, who would probably cost less on the starter side than Cease, but Emmanuel Clase will cost more on the reliever side than Garrett Crochet would. So either one of those packages would be a substantial return. And if you're not going to do a trade, what's the free agent route? Maybe is it Shota Imanaga and Jordan Hicks? I don't know, but they've clearly shown that they are prepared to pivot if this becomes stupid, and it's already approaching stupid level, like $300 for a guy that hasn't thrown a pitch in the major leagues. I understand the prices are crazy, right? But again, what's up, Steels? Good to see you, my man. Murderous Row. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate the kind words, man. But Monty's an option too. And again, whatever Yamamoto gets is going to filter through Blake Snell. It's going to filter through. It's going to elevate the contract of Blake Snell. It's going to elevate the contract of Montgomery. Okay, they're older than Yamamoto. And Yamamoto has a couple of advantages here. Okay, he's 25, so he's going to be expensive, right? And he's considered the best pitcher to ever come out of Japan. So that's going to be considered as well. Career 170 ERA. That's nothing to sniff at. So if it translates over well, it translates over well. So I can understand why the prices are going high. My personal cutoff is I am not paying him more than Garrett Cole in either annual value or length or total money, which is $326 million, $324 million. I'm not giving him more in either situation. That's my walkaway point. Okay, and I'm fine with that. Again, I don't speak for the Hal, I don't speak for Cashman, I don't work for the Yankees. That's just my walkaway point. But again, If Cole is fine with that, then he's fine with that. And just like Aaron Judge knows that Juan Soto is going to make more money than him, a boatload more money than he knows this already. He's a captain. He doesn't care. He wants to win. If Cole expresses that same sentiment, then go right ahead and barrel through. But at what point does it become ridiculous? At what point do the people, fans, and some other content creators say, you know, you punked out at only $360 million? Like, you know, if the Giants or the Mets give him 400 million, not including a posting fee, I'm not saying it'll happen, but if it does, that's complete insanity. But a team might be willing to do that, right? So it is what it is. That's unfortunately the way. And like, did anybody think that the freaking show at time gets 700 million? I didn't. So, but he did. So, and that's clearly infiltrating the Yamamoto market, and the Yamamoto market is going to infiltrate the other pitchers' markets, which is one reason why these guys probably haven't signed yet, because they want to see how much Yamamoto is going to make, right? So 136 likes, gang. All right, let's try to get to 200 as quickly as we can. Let's try to get to 300 if you don't mind. So everybody smash that thumbs up if you don't mind. I hasn't hit that thumbs up yet. I appreciate it. And again, that's exactly, it's pushing $500 million, Jake Boss. If it's just, I mean, like, I Garrett Cole to me is one of the best pitchers in the whole world. He just won the Cy Young Award. He's the heart and soul of this Yankee team on the pitching side. Like, he's worth every dollar. And how many pitchers can we say are worth every dollar of the contract that they've given so far? I can say the same. I can say that for Garrett Cole. I feel that way. I could say the same thing for Max Scherzer. He was worth every penny and cent that the Nationals gave him on that 7-year deal. Can't say the same for Judge yet because he's only 1 year into his 9-year deal, but it looks like it's heading that way. And I hope it's the same thing. Okay. And again, and I hope Yamamoto's worth the money. Whoever he goes to, I hope it's the Yankees. But if he doesn't, I'll say this again. I've said it a dozen times this week. It's not the end of the world if we don't get him. There are pivot points that they can get to. They can get a starter and a reliever, and so on and so forth. The $300 million that you didn't spend on him, you can get 3 or 4 other players. So you could deepen the bullpen, you can deepen the rotation. What if you did a trade with the Marlins for Luzardo and one of their relievers? All right, you get a starter and a reliever, and then you can still bring in another starter. You can still bring Monty if you wanted to, or whatnot. There's just things you can do. But I understand Yamamoto's the high-profile guy, and he gives them a legitimate number 2. And I do think he'd be a number 2 behind Cole. And so Steels, the meeting was this afternoon. It's not tonight. It already happened, the meeting. But he did request it, yes. But yeah, the meeting already happened. But he did request it. Yeah, that reporting has been confirmed and verified already. So, and that's, it is what it is. The fact that he was in town, he had lunch he had dinner last night with the Mets, Steve Cohen and his family, in Steve Cohen's home. And then there was today's crazy report about this ridiculous offer that hasn't been corroborated yet. And again, that shows the difference between, and I said this earlier, the difference between the information, like the news and the rumors in the Yankee universe versus what happens in the Mets universe. The Mets stuff is far more bizarre and far less accurate and consistent than what's happened in the Yankees world. So, and I am comfortable in saying that. I'm not saying everything is baloney, but that clearly wasn't corroborated. And, because the rumor was, and I titled it as rumor, okay? And the rumor was, and I'll tell you who it was. And this could be a clown-ass source, too. What's this guy's name? I shared with some of the other guys. Let's see. Yeah, well, this is also from SNY, too. Hastily arranged meeting between the Yankees held on Sunday with free agent Yoshinobu Yamamoto was at the request of the pitcher. First reported by John Heyman and confirmed by Andy Martino. Early on Sunday, there was a sense of cautious optimism surrounding the Yankees' pursuit of the pitcher, according to sources with direct knowledge of the process. So, but the meeting happened earlier today, according to all that stuff. Yeah, and Jason, Spencer Jones video is another one, too. He's an elite defender in the outfield. So, and he's now working with Aaron Judge's hitting coach to cut down on his strikeout rate and all this stuff. And again, his power is of the same level of Aaron Judge from the left-handed side. So, and again, like if and I'm not saying it'll happen. I'm not saying I hope it happens. But if it's any prospect that can take away Dominguez's job, it's Spencer Jones. Not saying it would happen, but it could. Now, if they happen to pivot, they want to keep Judge and rotate him in, right outfield and DH, then you have room for Spencer Jones, right? You can move Spencer Jones to first base if you wanted to do that after Rizzo instead of paying $200 million for Cody Bellinger. That's an option too, and he's got more than 6 years of control. He hasn't even started his time clock yet. So you have options here. And you add Spencer Jones, and if he keeps improving the way he is, and he's working with Judge's hitting coach, so is Anthony Rizzo, you can take this offense to a whole nother level, right? Thank you. I appreciate all the kind words. So, Hayden, yeah, we're hearing at the Mets. So this, yeah, and again, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that's why I said it was a rumor because I wanted folks to see the difference between the stuff that circulates in the Mets universe versus the Yankees universe. It's completely different. Okay. And I'll tell you, what's the name of the source? What's the name of this clown? Let's hear. Let's see here. Yeah, and John Heyman confirmed yet that the meeting was requested by Yamamoto. The name of the source. Bat flip. It's a Mets bat flip, I think it is. Again, it's on Twitter. Okay. I'll even show you. Where the hell is it? I'll even show you I'll show you the tweet itself. Okay. Check this out. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Let's see. Here it is. Mets bat flip. It's on Twitter. Okay. This is not originating with me. This is Mets bat flip on Twitter. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if it. News. The Mets have made an offer to Yoshinobu Yamamoto per source. Deal could be around between $360 and $390 million. That's what this tweet says, okay? So that's a Mets source. Not me. So this is the person that originated this rumor, okay? And I shared it early because I wanted people to see the difference between the news we get in Yankee land versus the news we get in Mets land. So there's a huge difference between them. Yeah, you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, and again, it's a rumor put out by somebody else. So again, right? This is a Mets source. It could be a fake Mets source, but it's a Mets source. And the Mets have a lot more fake sources than the Yankees here. They're damn right, Strike Zone. Damn right. We got 450 people in here. I appreciate you. Let's try to get to 400 likes, gang. If anybody hasn't hit that like button, it should take you 1 second. Just hit that like button. I greatly appreciate you. But you get so much more clickbaity baloney in the Mets world. You just do. Okay. It's not saying we don't get a lot in the Yankee world. We do. Okay. We get people putting out fakes, breaking news that hasn't even been broken yet and all this stuff. Or like last year, the clickbait of the year was Mike Trout demanded a trade to the Yankees, which is complete baloney. And that's circulated through a couple of sources. So, and it is what it is. Exactly. Kedzilla, no blue check. Exactly. So again, this is the difference between the Mets source and the Yankee sources. You couldn't have said it better. Kadzilla, thank you for pointing that out. It's important to see that, right? But again, a $300 million contract, just do the basic math. That's $45 to $46 million of posting fee already. If you go to 300, now if you go to 350, you're doling out $400 million. $400 million for a guy that hasn't thrown a pitch in the major leagues yet. Okay? Hasn't thrown a pitch in the major leagues yet. Now, does that sound crazy? It sounds crazy to me. So, would anybody in here give him? And yeah, I appreciate. I'm sick of the Yamamoto talk myself. Honestly, I am. Like, I just want it to be resolved so we can move on to the next thing. Like, excuse me, getting my fluids. Exactly, Rosenthal. That would be a better source. Rosenthal, Andy Martino, Jeff Passan, Jack Curry, right? But this is the type of stuff. Right? And again, Would anybody pay him more than Garrett Cole? I would not. I know. I mean, Garrett Cole signed his contract when he was 28 with the Yankees. So, um, yes, he's 3 years younger, but Garrett Cole was proven at the major league level. Okay, like Juan Soto, proven at the major league level. I would rather pay Soto 600 million than pay Yamamoto 350 million. That's me. People can disagree with me. People can agree with me. It's up to you. But let me get some more water here. That's the way I see it. It's more a better value. But if he's legit, he's legit. Yamamoto is not represented by Boris. No, he's represented by Joel Wolf, who is also representing the pitcher Kodai Senga from the Mets. He's also representing Giancarlo Stanton, too. Scott Boris represents Shota Minaga, not Shota Minaga, Jung Hoo Lee, who signed with the Giants. He represents Juan Soto. He represents pretty much everybody else. Cody Bellinger, 227 likes. Let's try to get to 400 if we can. We need 173 likes to get to 400. We got 476 people in here. But this is the type of stuff, right? Again, like John Morosi tweet. What's he tweeting, Aiden? This is the type of stuff, and I think it's important to, at the very least, acknowledge what's the cutoff point for everybody. My cutoff point, I'm not paying him more than Garrett Cole, either annually or in total money. I'm not going to do it. I don't feel. I think it's not my money. Can't speak for them, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. So, John Morosi tweets on trading Max Kepler and Polanco. Well, where are we gonna play Max Kepler? We don't have any room for him. Jorge Polanco, is he an infielder? Where would we play Polanco? I mean, where would we play them is the question, Aiden. Exactly, Hawaiian. Exactly. Yamamoto affects 30 games per year. Soto affects 150 plus. Huge difference. Huge difference. Right? So, yeah, I mean, dude, I'm with you, Keith. Everybody's good. Lon, what's up, man? Happy holidays, my man. Doing well. Family's good, man. I hope you're doing well too, man. Again, yeah, I mean, I would forget right now. We don't need Kepler because we have Verdugo, we have Soto, we have all these other guys and these prospects knocking on the door, like Spencer Jones. So Kepler's got a nice skill set, but like I would have gotten him in place of Alex Verdugo. But where would you play him now is the question, right? Yamamoto's legit, no doubt about it. But like 400, I mean, the conversation is getting crazy now. 400 to 500 million. And again, all we're hearing right now is he's got $200-300 million plus offers by credible reporting too. But how much over 300? I have no idea. But at 300, the posting fee is like $45 million bucks. It's a lot of freaking money. It's a lot of freaking money. So, I appreciate that. And thank you. Morning Brew's in the house. What is good? Morning Brew's here, baby. Shout out to Morning Brew. Shout out to Hector Morning Brew. Shout out to Jigga Man. That's one of my favorite channels, man. Morning Brew. 500 people in here, gang. Let's try to get to 500 likes if we can. Everybody smack that thumbs up if you don't mind. That's greatly appreciated. Morning Brew, we passed 20,000 subs today, bro. Morning Brew passed 2,000 the other day, and I was on his live when he did so. So congratulations to him. And boys, we just passed 20K this afternoon, man. So I'm grateful to every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. 258 likes. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And again, yeah, and Frank, I get it, the play money. Like, I like I like Yamamoto, but I know both of them is not the solution to everything. Would it be nice? Sure. We got one of them already. But if I had to choose between the two, it's Soto all day over Yamamoto. All day, every day. So, and thank you. I appreciate Jason, appreciate the congrats, man. I appreciate that. But this is where we're talking. 272 likes. Let's blast through 300. We're looking at, so heck, I don't know if you have heard, they've got Yamamoto already has 2 offers of 300 million plus. We don't know how far over 300, but at this point, thank you, Heck, man. I appreciate that, bro. At this point, the posting fee is already $45 million. Bariqua Nation's in the house. Yeah, smash that like button. Thank you. Appreciate you. And again, the posting fee is already $46 million. So if you go from 300, now you're dropping 346, just like that. just like that. I don't know if it'll reach 500. I think that's insanity. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for teams. Like somebody might just go balls to the wall. Wilmer, all good, man. How you doing? Appreciate you coming on. It's all good. Sean, welcome here. It's good to have you. 325 for 9 years and opt out after five. I mean, that's more representative to me. Again, I've said this before. For those of you that haven't heard, I'm not going to pay him more than Cole per year or in total dollars. Either one, I walk. That's my walkaway point. Okay. I don't care if he's 25. It's not proven here yet. Cole is. Oh yeah, those are if yeah, it's kids. If I'm outside doing a short or something like that, and then I'll definitely have that in the background, the Christmas lights and all that stuff. I'll try to get that into the in the background more often. I promise you. Yeah, but I was gonna go live. I'm can't stand live out there. I don't have any way to charge the laptop and to keep it juiced and be freezing my ass off too. So, but again, exactly, Carlos. I don't go over Cole's salary under any circumstances for Yamamoto. None. I don't care what people say. I don't care what people's sources say. If their insiders say, I don't care. People can disagree with me all they want, but I don't pay him more than Cole. Mm-mm. He might get 320, maybe. You know, unless Cole comes out and says, just pay him more than me. I don't care. I just want to win, right? So, you know, but I don't know if we're going to ever hear something like that. You know what I mean? 10-330 with an option after four, an opt out after 4 and 7, Marco. I mean, I wouldn't, but he might cost 10 years. He might be the first 10-year pitcher. You might very well. I would 10-300, but I'm not giving him more than Cole under any circumstances in total money or per year. I'm not doing it. And again, this is not my team. I don't own the team. It's not my money. They can do whatever they want. So, but I'm also not going to say here that they should just throw any amount of dollars because they're the Yankees and blah, blah, blah. I'm not speaking for them. So, yeah, I mean, price exactly 300 million is this guy's never thrown a pitch in the major leagues. So, there's no guarantee he's going to come here and just wipe the floor at everybody. But this is where the money is right now. And it looks he's going to make at least $300 million, which is pure insanity. And again, and I know people keep talking about Roki Sasaki, this and that and whatever, right? Do you think his team is going to let him post early and go to the amateur route, the international route, and forfeit the $40 million that they would get in posting fees because of a clause that nobody can show is in his contract? They have no financial incentive to post him early. I'd be shocked if they did. Otani posted early because a special exception was made. They had to have a special agreement between the Players Association and NPB because he was a two-way player here. And the only other two-way player of that magnitude was Babe Ruth. And I asked people yesterday, what does Roki Sasaki do that people like Emmanuel Clase and the other top closers in the Major League don't do? Nothing. They already do what he does. They already throw 102, 103. Okay? So what's the justification for posting him early? He might be the future, but I'd rather wait until he's 25, until he actually has a proven track record like Yamamoto does, like Juan Soto has. They have track records. This guy does not. He's had pretty much one good year. Okay. He strikes out a lot of guys. Okay. Throws hard. Great. But again, he doesn't have the track record that Yamamoto has. Yamamoto has a career-long track record. Career-long. To me, for that much money, a track record is important. Which is why I was for Soto over Bellinger. Bellinger doesn't have track record. Soto does. Yamamoto does. So Otani does. You know what I mean? Yeah, I pass on Snell. He's gonna cost like $30 million a year too. He's gonna cost $30 million a year. Yeah, let's try to get to 400 likes again. Let's hit them likes button. What do we? How many likes are we at, Jonathan? In a short poem in honor of the 20,000. Oh, Murder's Your got some bringing the talent here. Well, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. 294 likes to get posted, unless he has some. And that's people are saying he might have a clause, but like, what does might have a clause? And again, what clause? I mean, Shohei Otani had to have an exception made for him by the players union and the MPB to get him posted early. And he was he was a different case. Again, what does Roki Sasaki do that other players in the major leagues don't do? There's nothing that he does that other people don't already do. So it's a harder argument, at least in my opinion. 295 likes. We got all right. We're almost at 300 likes, gang. Do I think Montgomery? I think Montgomery's going to get between 150 and like 175 now, potentially 180. Rocky, you might be close. You might be close. Bieber and Clase make more sense, Gerald. Yeah, as pivot points. I mean, Clase's got 2 years of control. He's 27. Bieber's got 1 year, and they also have relievers there like Emmanuel Clase or Garrett Crochet from the White Sox that you could try to get a package deal. Okay, you would cost some prospects absolutely, a lot of them probably, but they both need bats. The teams, okay, and we have the capital to give them. Okay, and that would be a legitimate pivot point for me. It really, really would be. Yeah, exactly, Carl. You always want to be the last team, and again, which is one reason why I'm happy that the Yankees are being quiet. They're not really saying anything. They're not leaking anything. 311 likes. All right, we're working our way to 400 likes. Democracy matters. I personally pass on Blake Snell. I would rather go Jordan. I don't even think Montgomery's going to come here. I think he's going to go to the Red Sox. But Clase will cost. He's not going to cost as much as Yamamoto would. He's and again, he's got 2 years of control. We can let him walk after 2 years too. He'll cost some prospects, no doubt about it. And if you could try to get Garrett Crochet, another power reliever, because I think a couple of things happen. If they bring Yamamoto, right, and at this point, do the Yankees? I mean, if the Yankees can say, um, if the Yankees can say that this is not going to prevent us from extending Soto, then I'd feel a little bit more reassured. But again, um, if they get him, then they might not trade one Gleyber Torres because they might be like, you know what, the screw, we need his bat in this way improved lineup. We're going to go for it all this year. And then after the season, you can let him walk. You can let Verdugo walk and get a bunch of draft picks and compensation back and international money. You can if you want. So because they're both going to be free agents. But Garrett Crochet is a power lefty, 6'6". Yeah. And again, if you can somehow get Cease and Garrett Crochet, I think it'll cost less than Bieber and Clase. And these are the backup plans already being talked about, even the Marlins, Jesus Luzardo, and maybe a reliever. You can get a pairing from either one of these three teams. If Yamamoto doesn't happen, then that's a legitimate pivot point because so many times the Yankees have not gotten their guy and then they just sat and waited the market and missed out on tons of other guys. And then you hear they tried their best. No, you didn't try your best. Okay, stop with that. So now the Yankees are showing that they mean business. And they wouldn't have traded all those pitchers in the San Diego trade for Juan Soto and Trent Grisham if they weren't planning on replenishing the pitching. They got some guys off under the radar, some signings here and there, trade with the Pirates and a free agent reliever the other day, but they're still going to bring in an arm no matter what. Who remains to be seen. Obviously, all eyes are on Yamamoto, but now we're getting to the point where it's like getting crazy. So, but they haven't told us what their comfort level is, what their walkaway point is. So we have to wait and see. 323 likes. All right, man, we're getting there. I'm going to try to get to 400 likes, gang. So hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. I appreciate you. If Spencer Jones can play first base, I think it's a smart idea because then it allows you to keep his bat there, okay? And then allows you to keep the outfield of Judge, Dominguez, and Juan Soto. Like, oh my God, that's insanity. And if you add Jones's bat in there, if Jones keeps progressing the way he is with his ceiling, and he went to Vanderbilt, one of the best college programs in the country every year, and I think he's more, um, what do you call, more polished than Jason Dominguez is. Dominguez has a high ceiling too, but Spencer Jones is more highly rated in terms of a ceiling right now. And working with Judge's hitting coach to cut down on the strikeouts, he could be a superstar pretty quickly. He really could be. So, and I'm glad that they did not trade him for Juan Soto. I'm really glad. So, but yeah, I mean, Tim King, you're probably right. Hal's probably doing some of the negotiations. Cashman is not involved. I mean, and we know Cashman's involved in the Verdugo trade, and he was there negotiating the Soto trade. So, you know, Hal put it over the top when Cashman's people didn't want to give King and Thorpe. It wasn't Cashman, it was Cashman's people like Mike Fishman and some of these other folks. And Hal stepped in and said, get the deal done. And Cashman got it done. So, you know, Alex Gordon, what did Alex Gordon say? What did I miss? And this is the thing, too. I don't think, I'm trying to find Alex Gordon here. I don't think the Yankees are going to let Soto walk. They'd be crazy to let him walk. Be absolutely crazy. Udall, Mazel Tov, my friend. How are you? 334 likes. All right. We're working our way to 600, to 400. So, but again, like, yeah, Jason Langen, he got 700 million and they deferred 68 million per year. And he's making $2 million a year for the next 10 years, right? Through the length of his contract. He's obviously going to make 40 to 50 million dollars a year in merchandise and endorsements and blah, blah, blah. So he'll be filthy rich. And then after his 10-year contract is over, 68 million a year for the next 10 years after that. So one way or another, he's still getting 700 million. No matter how it's valued by economic scales and all this stuff, he's getting $700 million guaranteed from the Dodgers. Period. You know, and that's the way it is. So, but he set a whole new standard. Yeah, I heard Judge and CC were said to be in this meeting too. I did hear that today too, Craig. So, and again, and I hope they took him around Yankee Stadium. I hope they gave him the run, the whole shebang. I really do. I'm guessing we'll hear more about it tomorrow, maybe later tonight, maybe. So, but again, would the Yankees give Yamamoto something? No, no way, Mark Rubin. Otani, Yamamoto. You mean talking value wise or deferred money? I don't think they need to defer a $300 million deal. I don't think that, and I don't think the Yankees are going to like defer stuff like that for they're going to hamstring themselves for a decade afterward. Not for a team, not for a contract like that. Because with all the money they have coming off the books in the next several years, they'll be fine affording these contracts. They got almost 100 million coming off the books over the next 4 years. So why is he a better fit, G34? Why is Yamamoto a better fit in LA? He's already said that he doesn't want to be the second fiddle to Otani. So that says something. No. I don't know. I don't care what Ken Rosenthal says, Fritz. They'd be insane to let Soto walk. I think we can all agree on that. He's the building block to build around. He checks every box for the Yankees. You know, Yamamoto's an addition to the bullpen. I mean, addition to the rotation. He's not going to be number one here because Garrett Cole is. But at some point, the passing of the torch will happen, and he'll become number one. So the sharp potatoes. The problem with Kershaw is he's not going to be ready until August. He has shoulder surgery, so they can re-sign Kershaw at a fraction of the price. You know what I mean? But Kershaw is getting older, but he'll only be there for like 2 months. Just like Max Scherzer, he had back surgery the other day. He's going to miss. He's not going to be back till August too for Texas. So yeah, Yankees have not deferred money, Craig. Yeah, it's true. Matsui, I heard that they were asked to be, but I did hear that earlier today that CC Sabathia and Aaron Judge. I hope Garrett Cole was there, but this meeting happened earlier today. And Yamamoto would not be second fiddle in New York. Not in the Bronx. He'd be the top Japanese guy. And the Yankees reserve number 18 for them. The Mets can't even say that. They are retiring number 18. Darryl Strawberry wore that, and they're retiring it. I think this week or the next week or whatever it is. 48 likes, 352. We need 48 to get to 400. 48, gang. I appreciate this. Thank you. And I appreciate all the folks that subscribe to the channel and helped us get past the 20,000 subscriber threshold today. I'm so thankful and grateful to all of you. I cannot thank you enough. And again, I am, once this live stream's on, I'm going to go back and I'm going to write everybody's name down, and I'm going to randomly pick 5 names and do a giveaway. So, and I will reach out to you, and that way I can find out how I can get you your gift. How to, address or whatever, email, this, that, and so on. So it's the least I can do for all the support you guys and gals have given us. Anthony Watkins, what's good? Mr. Coconuts is in the house. Yeah, Mexican thanks. Exactly. Strawberry for not getting Yamamoto. Well, I don't know. We just don't know. Like, I don't even know what Yamamoto's voice sounds like. So we haven't heard him speak. Money could talk for all we know. We don't know at this point. All we're going by is speculation we're hearing from everybody else. So, and reporting. We do have the best community, Steven. Yes, we do. Grown-up community too. No new baloney trolling. I will definitely put an offer out. We'll hear more tomorrow about the meeting. So, I appreciate that, Edgar. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Really, really do. Bullpen arms. We know that they're interested in Jordan Hicks. Wants to sign by Friday. All right, the 22nd. All right. Take that. Anthony Watkins is chilling at home. G-Man, thank you for the congrats. I hope it's before Friday. Andy Martino. I really do. Bullpen arms. We're hearing that they're interested in Jordan Hicks. Haven't heard anything about Hader. We heard that they're checking in on Clase and potentially Crochet from the White Sox and Guardians. But that's what we're hearing right now. I think all the focus is on Yamamoto. Once they get a resolution one way or the other, whether he signs or not, they'll quickly pivot to other needs. So I think we'll hear more, Steve, once the Yamamoto decision is made. So, and we'll see. We got Chase Hampton. We got Will Warren. We have Clayton Beater. We have some big arms, and even beyond that, Henry Lane, and got some other big arms behind them. So, well, it was good that they had a second. I mean, William, I think the finalists are the ones that are going to get the second meetings. The Mets, Yankees, probably the Dodgers. So those are probably going to be the 3 finalists, in my opinion. So we'll see. We'll do Torres plus prospects for Sandy and Narrow. Who? Michael? Who's Sandy and Narrow? I want to make sure I know who you're talking about, Michael. I want to make sure I get the intel right. The giveaway gift, Mark Rubin, it's a thank you. The channel hit 20,000 subscribers today. It's my way of saying thank you to the people who've been so supportive of the channel. And since it happened today, those that were on this live stream I'm going to pick 5 names out of a hat and do a giveaway. Appreciate that, Anthony. Appreciate that. Sandy Alcantara, you talking about? Oh, yeah, Tommy John, yeah. Yeah, Alcantara. Yeah. Would I prefer Clase or Devin Williams? Honestly, Devin Williams, because they have a similar skill set, both of them. But Williams is going to be much cheaper than Clase. Clase is going to cost a lot. He's going to come. He has 5 years of control. But I would prefer Devin Williams for that cost because he's going to cost a hell of a lot less. So that's the reason why. But I mean, I would be happy with either one, to be honest with you. But Devin Williams is a good-looking pitcher. So We don't know, Jose. We'll know the next couple days. I mean, like I said, I have a combination of confidence and impatience here, but I'm not ruling it out one way or the other. I'm just gonna wait like everybody else. Um, it's gonna suck waiting, but it is what it is. You know. And again, I'll wait until the news happens to see what's the next move. And again, in the meantime, I'll just put out everything else we hear, whether it's credible or baloney, like the Mets rumor today. You know, Mark. Yeah, I mean, believe me, the worst to God's ears, man. I'm telling you, Mark. Yeah, man. All right, we need 10 likes to get to 400. All right. Yeah, Devin Williams is nasty. Class A is nasty. Class A is 25. I think Devin Williams is a little bit older. And then Steele brings up a good point too. We have Luis Hill. Maybe they can use him as a closer too. Yeah, Tommy John, but he's got a big arm. That's a good point, Steels. Well, Chris, we heard Sandy Alcantara is getting Tommy John or had Tommy John. We also heard that he's the only pitcher that the Marlins won't trade. So, Frank, I think Spencer Jones is going to be up this year. He might be up before Jason Dominguez gets back from Tommy John surgery. Um, exactly. It's gonna be hard for him to last as a star. He's a bigger than Yamamoto. He's like 6'3" or something like that. But again, he's filthy. But again, like his windup is more Tim Lincecum-esque than Yamamoto. Yamamoto's got a very just nonchalant, kind of effortless rotation and windup delivery. So I appreciate that. I mean, there. Thank you, man. Yeah, we don't do the propaganda, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, and like I said, I'm not going to stand here and say my sources, my people are telling me. I'll just, if the source wants to break something, I'll bring the source on and let him or her break it live. Period. I'm not going to take credit for their work. I'm not going to do it. So, um, yeah, I think so, Joe. Too. I think he'll be close. We just don't know, like, what the And this is the other problem. Like, you generally don't know what the other teams offer. Like, you know what the agreed upon, you know what the winner pays. And then you find out afterward, like weeks after the fact, who was the runner up and how close they were and how far away they were. So we'll find out what the other offers like. Like we found out after Otani signed with the Dodgers that the Blue Jays were close at like 675. The Giants were matching at 700. Like we found out a couple days after the fact. Right? So smack that like, yeah, I appreciate that. That's why Hector's the man. Yeah. Hector's the man. Check out Morning Brew Sports. They do Morning Brew Sports for everything. Do baseball, they do basketball, the Knicks, Jets, football. They do the works. Okay. And they have an incredible basketball panel. Knicks. It's one of the most knowledgeable Knicks panels I've ever heard. So such great insight from Phil to Jigga to Hector to Jerry. Fantastic, really. The most knowledgeable Knicks panel I've ever heard. So keep up the good work, man. And they bring just as much knowledge and insight with Steels, TC Steels to the baseball panel too. They really do. So they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time, and I'm happy to be affiliated and associated with these guys. I really am friends with these guys. I'm happy to be connected to you guys and know you guys. So 406 likes. All right. Damn. This is crazy. A lot of likes. Boston, they tooled it. Yeah, man. Good. I'm a Rangers fan. Like when the Rangers win. I hope they go deeper into the playoffs this year. I really do. And again, the Knicks without a load of superstars, without, paying $50 million a year for two guys, whatever, they're playing well off of a talented but not a superstar laden roster. Like, which is great, and which I'm just as excited as your family too. Steels, you know that, bro. You guys are family, man. You guys are family always, man. Pats, Mikey Maz, NFV, all the boys, Jonathan, all you guys, Hector. Is it the best? The best. So I appreciate you all coming on here. But that's what we have circulating around the world tonight. Like they had their meeting earlier today. We'll get more news on it later, or tomorrow as it starts to trickle out. I am looking to see if anything else has trickled out right now, whether it be Twitter. We got another 10 subscribers while we've been on here. Thank you, gang. I appreciate you. 20,018 now. Huh. Damn. You guys and gals are awesome. You're the best. What else are we hearing? I'm not even going to talk about my Jets because they got clobbered 30-0 today by the Dolphins, but so did the Dallas Cowboys too. Cowboys got clobbered too by the Bills. So, the rumored offer is earlier today, Jose, was 360 to 390 million, but that was the rumored offer. The rumored offer. So, and I titled it just like that, rumor. Mets make it, gigantic offer too, and it hasn't been really corroborated yet. But again, this is why I said there's a difference between Mets news and rumors versus Yankees news and rumors. And that's one reason I wanted to point that out earlier today and right now. So, but everybody else in the house, hockey kids in the house. Let's go Bills from Toronto. All right, welcome Toronto, man. Yeah, I want the Yamamoto situation to be done so we could pivot and focus on the next moves. So, the Tommy DeVito expiration. Yeah, Giants got their asses kicked today too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Steals. If he goes 360 million, then he's paying like 410 because the posting fee is going to be like 50 million bucks. At 300, it's already 45 million. At 300, 420 likes. Thank you, gang. Really, you're the best. Cowboys lost, man. I know. Sunil's quiet when the Cowboys. He was talking all that smack earlier with the Cowboys were going to beat up on the Bills. He was like, right? So, we love Sunil, but we got to break his balls whenever we get a chance because he breaks our balls all the time. My balls with the Jets, like all the time. So, thank you, Rocky. I appreciate the congrats, man. I wouldn't try to match 360 if it got that far. Like Sunil's definitely ghosting us, Steals. He knows, man, because he knows he's gonna get poked. So your Giants think hate and my Jets think, we're gonna both pick high in the draft. That's all we can say. If the rumor is true I don't think they should, Jose, but I don't know if they will or not. Yeah. I just kept saying, "Go Bills, go Bills, go Bills." So I know he hated it. So it's all in love, though. Oh shoot, layup. They're probably going to go to the playoffs, no doubt about that, Mark. So I wouldn't hand them the Super Bowl them just yet, but they're going to go to the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. But I got to troll Sunil because he trolls me all the time, and at least his trolling is justified because the Jets suck. Mine's not. My trolling is just to get under his skin. So, Spencer Jones is. Why do you say that? Democracy Matters. Spencer Jones is very good. Oh, he's very good. He's a very highly touted. He's top 3 Yankees prospects. It's either 1 or 2. Murderers Row. It's all good, man. You guys are going to go to the playoffs. My Jets are not. My Jets are going to pick top 5 in the draft. It's not like that does anything for my Jets. So, we had a couple years ago when they drafted Mekhi Becton, and they need another left tackle now. So, I keep hearing Joe Alt. I think his name is from Notre Dame. So, I don't know. They don't even have a second-round pick, so I don't know what the hell they're going to do. Padres offered Judge. Was it 440? I thought it was 400. Yankees still resign. Yeah, when they resigned them at 360, which is 80 million less. So, thank you, Randy. I appreciate you, Randy. Thank you. think he hits too many ground balls. Well, he's just. I mean, he's new to. He's already gotten up to Double A democracy. I would keep your eye. I would keep your eyes out because he's going to rocket through the system. He's working with Judge's hitting coach to put more balls in play now, cut down on the strikeouts, and his power potential is just up there with Judge. And from the left-handed side, that's a dangerous proposition. Like this, and I'm not talking about Greg Bird, who with the exception of that one home run off Andrew Miller in the upper deck in the playoffs, he didn't really do much after that. But this guy's a much more highly touted prospect than guys like Greg Bird and Kevin Moss and the rest of these one hit wonders. But again, he's got to make it here first, Spencer Jones. But he's also from Vanderbilt, one of the best baseball programs in college, collegiate baseball programs out there. So 440 million. That's what I just heard 400. So can Stanton still? I don't know, Steels. I don't know. We might need to get him, like, if he hits the ball, we get him a wheelchair. That way he could kind of hoof it around the base. Like in that game, the movie, the News Bears, Hooper, the kid with the wheelchair. So running around the bases. We might need to get that with Stanton. I hate using that as an example, but it looks like he can't run. And that's not to make fun of handicapped people at all. So my apologies if it came out that way, but it's not that. But Danny, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. I really do. Spencer Jones throws left and bats out the first you've heard of him. He's the Yankees' #1 prospect now. He was drafted in the first round, I think 2 years ago. 2 years ago? He's already in Double A. They call him the lefty Aaron Judge. His stats in college stats are almost identical to Aaron Judge's. 415. I didn't know it was 4. I thought it was 400. That's what I heard. So, but yeah, exactly. When Stanton gets on base, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd be nice. It'd be nice. He's leaner apparently, so he's already cut some weight. As has Vlad Guerrero Jr. I saw some footage today of Vlad Guerrero Jr. and he's lean again. He's not like that chunky Mr. Butterbean looking guy. He looks fit, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has like a 40 home run year. And Stanton's apparently leaned down a little bit too, so hopefully that'll preserve his legs. Hopefully he's doing some serious leg mobility work and strength and flexibility stuff. There's all of his injuries in the lower body. Aside from that, from the waist up, he's like the Incredible Hulk. So Dominguez, when he comes back, I don't know, Aiden, because he had Tommy John. So when they brought back Bryce Harper from Tommy John, he was DH until he took the field again, and then he never went back in the outfield again. He played in the first base. So, and he'll be the permanent first baseman now. So I don't know. I don't know what Dominguez is going to do. They may DH him for the rest of the year, especially if Stanton's hurt, and then get him ready for the outfield in 2025. I just don't know. But he's not scheduled back until like July or August. So I would rather be smart, take our time, and make sure he's healthy at 100% before rushing him back. We don't want to rush back a kid like that. But we'll see what happens. We just don't know. But Jones, yeah, he's an outfielder who has played some first base, Tom. And again, like, instead of paying $200 million for Cody Bellinger, who I like, somebody like Spencer Jones might make more sense on the cheap. And this is how it's easier to re-sign guys like Juan Soto and to bring in guys like Yamamoto, because then you can combine them with cheap, controllable players like Spencer Jones, right? Anthony Volpe, like some of these other guys, Austin Wells. They have like 6 more years of control. Volpe's got 5, but like Austin Wells hasn't even started his time clock, and Spencer Jones hasn't either. So a lot of these cheap, controllable guys like Chase Hampton, Will Warren, Clayton Beater, if they're ever in the rotation, you're combining these expensive superstars with these affordable players, and that's a way to balance out their payroll. So 440 likes. Oh my God. A deal for Torres. Torres is going to make over 100 million. Michael. Yeah, he's going to, if he stays, they'll offer him a qualifying offer. He'll walk. Somebody's going to give him like $150 million, Gleyber Torres, based on his production. So easily make over 100. Easy. So, and he's 26, so teams will line up for him. Exactly, Steals. Less pressure on Stanton. We have a more balanced lineup now. And again, like, you could break it into the 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9. In each segment of 3, you can have a contact hitter. A contact bat, and a power bat in each segment of three. We couldn't say that before. Now they have that everywhere in the lineup. So it's a hell of a lot. It's going to be a hell of a lot deeper and a more diverse and a much better lineup. So that excites the hell out of me. What's up, Shahid Ross? What is good? So do I think they'll let Warren and Beater get the start if they don't get? Oh, absolutely. Um, if they don't get Yamamoto, I could see them trading for a Burns or Cease. Yes, but they still need enough. They'll need one more rotation spot. So they would. I think Warren and Beater are going to get a chance, and even Hampton in spring training to see who makes it out. Warren's the most highly touted of all of them. Um, Beater's come. He's the guy that we got in the Joey Gallo trade, and Chase Hampton has the best fastball in the whole entire system. So, but Will Warren is the most highly regarded, most highly touted. Like the guy they just traded, Drew Thorpe, he was behind Warren, behind Chase Hampton. These guys were ahead of Drew Thorpe. So, and I don't know if people are down on Yamamoto. I think people are trying to temper the hype, in my opinion. At least I am. Like, there's no doubt about it. He's a career 170 ERA that cannot be discounted. Cannot be discounted. But we're at 300 plus million for him already. And there's got to be some level of, in my opinion, some level of balance or common sense and perspective. So we'll see. Yeah, let them be. I mean, I'm confident he'll be a Yankee too, but would I be surprised? You know, would I be surprised if he didn't come? No, no. But they're also with their confidence, they're also basically saying like it's almost the end of the world or it's a disaster if they don't get him, which is baloney. So I don't agree with them when they say that. They will pivot and it'll be fine. They'll be fine. So, if they don't get him, they don't get him. Yeah, it's a good sign that he requested the second meeting. They had it this afternoon. All good signs. And he had dinner with Cohen and his family last night at Cohen's house in Connecticut. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Would I be surprised? Um, Top 10 starting pitcher? I wouldn't say that right now. I don't really care what they say. So, Joe. Um, and but whatever. Could be, but if he's not, I wouldn't be surprised. If he might eventually be a top 10 starting pitcher, I wouldn't say he's going to be top 10 right off the bat. We just don't know yet. I don't think Rocky's going to come to the major. It doesn't. His team, the Cibolati Marines, and I'm with Jonathan here. They don't have any financial incentive to post him early. None. To post him before he's 25. They would be giving up tens of millions of dollars. Why would they do that? Sin City, I mean, I think it's absurd. $400 million. I would walk away. I would not even. 400 million? No way. Mm-mm. I'd rather get two $200 million pitchers, and if that's the case, you know. So, but again, yeah, I think Billy has a good point here. Clemenza, Otani's contract's throwing shockwaves through the baseball world, and it's going to elevate by default a lot of the contracts that come after him. Yamamoto, who's a more highly regarded pitcher than Otani is, so um, he's going to get paid no matter what, and he's 25. So, and guys, ace level pitchers don't really come out into free agency at the age of 25. So he's in a unique situation. But he will, I mean, $300 million is absurd to me too. But he's going to make $300 million at least. But a team is going to pay posting fee too. Of it, if it's 300 on the dot, it's going to be like 345, 346 million with posting fee too. So, and that's just the way that it is now. Brandon Woodruff, he's got surgery. He's not even going to pitch this year, Bobby Lowe. I mean, you can sign him on a cheap, but he's not going to pitch this year. You'd be getting him for 2025. So you might be able to get him on cheap this year while he rehabs. So I'm not opposed to it, Baby Lou, but he can't be the only guy. Like motor doesn't come here. They have to pivot hard, and they got to pivot with a good move. It's got to be a good move. Yeah, Lou, I'm with you. He wants to be Yankee, but he definitely wants a big payday. And like, I don't know in what world $300 million is not a big payday, but like if somebody's offering him, like if the Yankees offer him 310, but another team's offering him 380, he's probably going to go to the team that offers him a 380. Why would you leave 70 million on the table? Why would you do it? So, at the end of the day, it's money's going to talk. So, well, Ethan, he's better than Peraza right now. Yes. Peraza hasn't had a opportunity to get a full season like Volpe did last year to let him have his growing pains. And Peraza is the better defender than Torres, but Torres has been more of a better offensive player because he's been consistently with the team now for like 5 years. So, but he's going to be a free agent after this year. So, you know, he was at the meeting. Well, the Yankees brass. We heard CC was there, and Aaron Judge. See, that's what we heard so far. I'm sure we'll get some more intel either late tonight or tomorrow. Um, the money's absolutely crazy. I hope you saw it too, Steve. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Well, if he comes back healthy, he might be an asset, maybe a little, but he won't be an asset in 2024. That's the problem. He's not even going to pitch this year. No. Well, we think so, but Sid, what's a fair offer? Like $300 million is insane for a guy that's never thrown a pitch in the major leagues before. So at what point is what's fair? Like $400 million, that's $75 million more than Cole made. Like Cole to me is like the best pitcher in the world. So like at the very least in the major leagues, which means he's probably the best pitcher in the world. So, you know, Otani has an opt out of the GM, and I think it's the GM and the manager, right? Get fired. But what are the chances that happens? I mean, they're going to surround them with good players. Yeah, and if the franchise is making lots of money, winning games, going to the playoffs, why would they fire the GM? You know, and I don't think he would opt. Why would you opt out of that? Opt out of give up like 600+ million dollars that you're going to get at. Because if you opt out of the money later, all the deferred money too. You don't get any of that. So the Mets have Senga from Japan. He had a pretty good transition. 300 million over 10 years. That's probably, you know, I mean, that's the high end of what I would be comfortable giving him. But $400 million is just pure insanity for me. I'm with you there, CWA. And Woodruff could be a steal, but again, he's not going to pitch this year, so he's not going to be a steal for anybody. You know, 300 million, 299. Could you imagine that? Give for young. I wouldn't give them the same money, Bob. Personally, I wouldn't do that. At this point, I think Cole. I would give him that 10th year, which brings him up to 360. But again, I'm sure that they've spoken to him and seen what his comfort level is too. And I know he wants to win. He was in Hal's ear, just like Judge wants to win. He was in Hal's ear. And Derek Jeter's the one who said it on TV during the playoffs, said he would like for the Yankees to trade for Juan Soto. So shout out to Derek Jeter for that recommendation too. Kenzilla, exactly. And you know what the problem with the DH2 Kenzilla is? He doesn't give any position player a chance to have a day off or a DH day. Either he has to sit or the position player has to sit. So he takes a bat out of the lineup if that's the situation. Godzilla. So that's the problem when you have DH and you don't play a position. Um, but if he's, hitting behind Freeman and Mookie and he's producing, then I don't think they're going to care. Honestly. Yeah, I'm curious to see what his stats translate to also. No matter how the team exactly. The bill, I hope he's on the negotiating table, Hal. But again, like, I wonder what their walkaway point is. Like if it gets to 380, are they going to still be in it? Are they going to be like, forget this. I'm pivoting. We're going to go trade for some pitching. Like, because what if you give him the 380 million or whatever, and he turns out to be an average pitcher? Then we're going to hit that for the next decade. So I think Volpe will be better this year. I think he's going to make some developmental improvements. Randy, yes, more patient hitter. I think he's going to hit more contact, a higher batting average. So, um, yeah, Cease's Murderer's Row. Cease and Garrett Crochet would be a great pairing to get if we could. If they could. The A-Rod deal put things into perspective. Tom Hicks regretted paying over $250,000 from an A-Rod. Got being in a team of 29 kids who miss it. Yeah, yeah. They paid him more than like $100 million more than everybody else paid him. Everybody else was willing to pay him. So, and he clearly went there for the money because Texas sucked. Like Yamamoto came here. Like if he goes to the Mets for the higher bid, they're still 3 or 4 years away, and everybody knows that. He comes here, they're coming to a contender. If he goes to the Dodgers, they go into a contender. So, I think they understand that too. Honestly, I do. So, it's going to be interesting to see. Saki versus Mexico. There'll be World Baseball Classic again. Nice. He's a good-looking pitcher, Roki Sasaki. It's a good-looking pitcher. Star power. We need a closer too. From within, I like TC Steele's suggestion. I mean, Luis Hill coming off Tommy John. I think he's got a big arm. He might be a good candidate. There's some other arms that they might be able to utilize in a relief role as well. But I would give Hill a shot on the cheap. Couple other guys. I mean, they just got this kid Gonzalez from the Dodgers, who's probably going to replace Wandy Peralta on the cheap for the next 3 years. So, Sasaki's breaking stuff. Yeah, he's got good breaking stuff, Matthew. He does. He does. So, I hope they get Yamamoto. I really do. We'll see. We'll see. Yamamoto, well, I don't know, Matt. There's no guarantee puts him in the World Series. I mean, the whole team's it's got to be a collective effort. This is not like basketball where you could you have one superstar like Michael Jordan. You could surround him with high school players and they'll still take him to the playoffs. Like this year, it's got to be a collective effort across the board with baseball players. It's such a bigger roster. So 470 likes. Jesus, thank you. 30 likes to get to 500. 10-year streak 40. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. I'm not comfortable doing that, but again, it could be that way. Talbot, we're just waiting, man. Yeah, we're still waiting on it. Thoughts on Cole Rogans? Cole Rogans? Who's that, Michael? Dwayne Underwood Jr. Yeah, I mean, they brought him in. He's a Matt Blake project in 9-year streak 30. Fenway, yeah, I mean, Fenway's going to be, yeah, if he gives up a lot of home runs and Fenway, they're going to eat him alive. Yeah. Mariano, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, he was. I mean, that's why he was the greatest of all time because there was nothing like him. Pitcher on the Royals. I haven't heard of him. What's his name again? Cole. Who? Royals. Let's see. Who? Matthew. What's the max for him? Probably 25. Nah, I mean 320. 320. We need 20 likes to get to 500. Wow, oh my God. He can sign more. I don't know if he will, but Andres Munoz would be fantastic from Seattle. I just don't know if they're going to move him. He's young, closer as well. Let me see the Royals. Cole. I don't know who this guy is. Let's look him up. Royals. Cole Reagan. So here we go. Okay. Cole Reagans. Oops. Let's see. Cole Reagans is a 26-year-old left-handed pitcher. Um, Kansas City Royals. Career 7.8, 3.90 ERA, 96 innings pitched this year, 113 strikeouts. So he's got some good swing and miss stuff. 6'4", age 26. He's lefty. Now let's take a look at his. Now, I don't know if the Royals would trade him because they've added Seth Lugo. They just added another pitcher too. So I forgot, was it Waka maybe? Let me see contract. Let me see Cole Reagan's contract. How many years left? Let's see. Oh, he's still got 2 years of pre-R. He's got 5 years of control before he's a free agent. That's the type of guy that we want to get here. You know? Per sources, the Yankees are very closed on the deal. Too bad this isn't the real you, Andy Martino. But I appreciate the reporting. Yeah. He'll sign on the 18th. That's tomorrow, Jimmy. That's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet in terms of any more reporting. Let's see. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Appreciate that star power. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 17 likes to get to 500. We have 483. Do I have any 161 Mafia gear? Yeah, I'm getting it finalized, star power. I'm getting some merch made. My buddy's been on vacation for a while now, and he just had a second baby as well. So working around his schedule. But I'm gonna have some like caps and skull caps and t-shirts. I'll probably get a hoodie, a long sleeve too. So I'll have a couple of pieces of merch that I'll be, as soon as it comes out, as soon as it's available, I will do a video and let you know what it is. I'll show you every piece and I'll show you all the details behind it. So, but I'm working on that star power. Believe me, but I'm just working around someone else's schedule, and I'm fine with that. It's okay. I want to make sure it's done right. So, and it's good quality merch. Yeah, Kimbrel got 14 a year from the Baltimore Orioles. So it would be freaking awesome, Joe, my Consul Yeti, if Yamamoto accepted number 18 tomorrow on the 18th. It would be perfectly fit. And a $318 million deal to boot, Phil. Can you imagine that? 318 on the 18th is wearing number 18. Triple 18s. I like that. It's already the 18th to Japan. See, well, this is true. This is true. What are we, 11, 10, 12 hours different? Yeah. You guys are making some good points. Yeah, and again, Sheila, the Mets are still several years away. Nothing but Steve Cohen trying to be like George Steinbrenner saying that Cohen doesn't know how to spend on players. He spent, yeah, I mean, last year he did that. He learned from it. Edwin, what's happening, man? And he learned from it, and I think he's going to have a different approach now because he knows that just buying, mercenary type players isn't really the solution. They didn't go to the playoffs last year, so his approach is clearly going to be different. Toronto's still at the airport waiting for Otani. Yeah, exactly. Martino, exactly. Yamamoto would want to stay under the shadow of Otani. I don't think so. He would get, he'd be the New York version of Otani here. So I think you can get Bednar easier than Duran. From the Twins, Duran, Ethan? Probably Bednar easier, but Duran's he's younger, he's got more controllable years. He's very good. But if they can get one of those, man, oof, I'll definitely be excited. We need 12 likes to get to 500. All right. Let's see if we can get there before I wrap it up. But I appreciate y'all coming on here. If anybody hasn't hit that like button, we need 12 likes to get to 500. So, 18 times 3 million is 300 million. CeeLo, what are you breaking? You breaking some knowledge for us here? 10,340 for Yamamoto. Where is it? Where did it just scroll down so fast? Less average annual value than Cole. Yeah, but more total total dollars. The only way I would do that is if they gave Cole the 10-year option and made him at 360. Put him at 360 because that's what another 36 million for the 10-year, which is a contingent upon him potentially opting out and then avoiding his opt out by giving him the 10th year. I would proactively give him the 10th year so he made the most money. That's what I would do, but I don't know if they'll do it. Johan Duran, yeah. He's a very attractive looking pitcher. I don't know if he's available though, but the Twins have to cut payroll, so we'll see that happens, teams are going to be all over his ass. 492. Need 8 likes to get to 500. All right. 9 years, 330. I have a feeling it's going to be around there. Mark Feinzan saying the Yankees are the favorites to land Yamamoto. Yeah, you know, I keep hearing that from so many people. Then we keep hearing all this other stuff. I just want to hear, like, I want to wake up to hear breaking news that the Yankees have actually reached agreement with Yamamoto. Like that, that would be the best news to break of all. Like, I was so happy when the Soto news broke that we were live and we had a lot of excited people, and I want to get that same excitement for people. Um, Same excitement for people when they sign Yamamoto. If they sign Yamamoto, that'd be freaking awesome. Japanese players want to sign different teams, as does Japanese baseball. How crazy would ratings be in Japan if Yamamoto was a Yankee? Tani was a Dodger. Oh God, yeah. Playing in the oh man, yeah. That would be the rating of all ratings right there. And they play each other in June, by the way. The Dodgers come to Yankee Stadium in June for 3 games. So, um, yes, I mean Cole he's been money worth every dime. CeeLo, worth every single dime. So, you know, that's what we know right now, Donald. We know that the meeting was earlier today. That apparently CC was there, Judge was there, and they had all hands on deck for him. So, I think we'll get more news tomorrow on the details of the meeting. They'll start to leak a little bit, but I think they're going to want to try to keep this as quiet as possible until, because this is what they want. They want you to be as quiet as possible, and then bam, we'll get slammed with the news that the Yankees are signing Yamamoto out of, and it's blowing everybody away. Like that's the type of news that a lot of folks are waiting for, and I'm hoping to report. So we got 500 likes. My God, thank you so much, gang. I appreciate you all. You are the best. I really, really love all he is. He's the best. So, Matthew, nobody knows exactly. Nobody knows what Yamamoto wants because we haven't heard anything from him. All we're hearing is stuff from reporters and other people in team league, whatever. It's like I don't even know what his agent sounds like. So we don't know anything. But this is part of the fascinating part. It's part of the frustrating part too. Nothing of significance has reported yet, Sin City, in terms of the meeting. We just know that CC was there, Judge was there, and I'm looking for updates here. Let's try and double around here. Let's see. Yeah, John Heyman confirmed 2 hours ago. Yankees meeting today, which ended hours ago. And even Andy Martino requested. Yeah, they're all reporting that he requested the meeting. So no surprise there. But again, there's no surprise that there's heavy duty competition. And while he was in New York, I mean, had he not wanted to meet with the Yankees, that would have been a telltale sign. But he did. So, and again, let's break this down too. And this is a nice breakdown. Cashman flew to Japan twice to watch him pitch. They had a rep in Japan every one of his games. So they had somebody flying to Japan every single week the whole entire season for Yamamoto. Okay. They talk very highly of him during interviews. They reserved number 18 purposely didn't issue it out to anybody. Even last year, they've been recruiting for over a year now. So I'm still that's what gives me confidence. That's what gives me confidence. So, and again, like it says here, MLB Scoops is saying that Steve Cohen has spent over $13 million on the recruiting process of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, including sending scouts to numerous MPB games and money flying to Japan personally. Would be a significant loss if the Yankees make it official. Would be nice, man. It would be freaking really nice. But the fact that he wanted to meet with the Yankees again, that's critical. That's key. So that's what we know right now, Sin City. That's what we know right now. Let's see. Yeah, last night the Cohen dinner. Yeah, and then with his family, so on. And there was a picture that leaked the other day that I sent through my group chat that they had a picture of Yamamoto and Shota Imanaga, the other pitcher, at a restaurant, both wearing Yankee hats. So you're kind of crazy. You're kind of crazy. But I think, if the Mets get him, it's because of Steve Coleman. I think if the Yankees get him, it's because of Hal. And this is where the power of the owner comes out, honestly. So, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm hearing some Bob love here. Let me check in. I heard Joel Wolf. Yep. Rep Stanton. Yep. Let's see. He could be using the Mets. He could be using the Yankees too to get more money out of the Mets. Like, we don't know. We don't know. His agent's doing that, parlaying teams off each other. I heard Bob made a good point. I'm waiting. I'm looking for Bob here. I don't see him. See Ben. Who the hell's Bob? Where's Bob at? Hey, Stephanie. Evil Empire's coming back. Would be fantastic if he did. Look, Steve Cohen could be running the price up. You know, the Dodgers aren't the Evil Empire yet. They got to win. They got to win a title. They got to win a title. And they won during the COVID season in 2020, 60 games. They got to win a full season title. Before that, they hadn't won in 30 years. So I would stop short calling the Empire until they win an actual legitimate title. I'll feel more comfortable telling them that if they win. But if they imagine they don't win a World Series in the entire tenure of Otani's contract, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. So, and again, you know, Ryan McMahon on the Yankees, your third baseman from the Rockies. I've heard some people talk about him as well, Ethan. And Mike Maz of Vortran Express has mentioned him several times. He's brought him up. You can bring Kim in back and get rid of Manaya. I think Manaya's connections with international talent is showing some value. I think they'll be getting some more good international players as well because of guys like Manaya and Sabian. So, but Kim Eng, I would welcome back with open arms. So, haters are always talking smack. That's right. Haters, they talk smack and they troll. They troll this channel a lot. You can see it on a lot of the live streams we had. They troll on a regular. So that's what happens. It's all good. It's what happens when you do well. So when the channel's doing well, it is what it is. Yeah. But it's all good either way. Yankees Dodgers World Series. Imagine that. Brian, I think Torres being traded depends on if Yamamoto signs or not. I think. But we'll see. Exactly, strike zone. If haters and trolls, open invite to the mats, man. Yeah. Get on the mats with us. Yeah. Shake it off. Exactly, Taylor Swift. Yeah. So we can look at them back. How many GMs say that they was a fool to trade? I mean, maybe he didn't think he was. We don't know behind. And what's that going to do? Make some fans feel better? How many fans admit they were a fool for begging for Rodon or begging for Joey Gallo, begging for all the trades that Cashman made that didn't work, and then taking zero ownership that they actually asked them to make these moves instead of just pivot to blaming Cashman for everything. So I hope, I pivot that to other folks, fans, content creators, were begging him to make certain moves, and then they blamed him when he did and they didn't work. So, but I get your point, Joe. I get your point. It is a valid point. So we'll see, Turbo. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it's time to get over that, the Montgomery trade. Like, you know, leaving the propaganda and Martina puts out. Pure garbage. She doesn't have a clue what to buy. I wouldn't go that far, Richard. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but that's just your opinion. No, I don't. I don't think it's enough. Yamamoto. That's why I don't like that slogan, "Why Yamamoto," because I don't think it's enough. They need more than that. Two players don't address 5 holes. So, but it is what it is. Does it make them better? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they still need to 1 or 2 pieces in the bullpen. Krista Flash is in the house. We're about to wrap up, man, but it's good to see you on here. Yeah, give Cashman. Cashman got got Soto here. Cashman got Verdugo here. Cashman also drafted Aaron Judge, drafted a Jason Dominguez, like signed Garrett Cole. All these folks, all these folks. So Yankees organization don't own up to anything normally. Instead, try to justify their problems. That's according to what the fans say, right? You know, they had like just like any other organization, they would, whatever their process is, they're going to stand by it. And do they? I mean, like Cashman's owned up to a lot of mistakes this year, and still, it's um, not enough for fans, certain fans, who just keep having to drill him and drill him and drill him and drill him and drill him. And the fact is, he's here. He's the GM. He's here for a reason, right? So, and until he moves on, what's the point in continue to complain about him? Exactly, Peter. Yeah, Glasnow got a huge contract from the Dodgers. He hasn't shown a portrait of consistency either. That's a great point, Peter. Did they win 100 games? I don't know, Bob. Honestly, I don't know. Yamamoto's only going to have an effect every fifth day, so, and hopefully it's a good one if he comes here. But I'm not pegging him as the next Nolan Ryan. Like I'm not doing that. So because we just don't know how he's going to translate yet. Hope he translates great. But again, you know, yeah, Cashman's here, Boone is here. The players wanted Boone. He's got to get over it. Like, you know what I mean? I would not do 12,360, Chris the Flash. I said this before. I mean, I would give him. I would not exceed AAV or total dollars when it comes to Cole, as it relates to Cole, I should say, when it comes to Yamamoto. So 12 years, I would not do 12 years for him. I mean, 9 years, it might require 10 years, but I wouldn't go beyond 324. That's my walk away point. It may cost more. Again, it does, because at 300 right now, you're already paying a $46 million posting fee. Star power, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So, I mean, I think they'd have to remove Alex Verdugo to sign Bellinger. But again, Bellinger said they reported it today on MLBTradeRumors.com that he still wants $200 million. So I would not do $200 million. And if it's going to block, like if it's going to block Spencer Jones, then I wouldn't do it. Bellinger. So I would not sign Yamamoto for more than 10 years either. I wouldn't do it. Someone else can do it. Let them go right ahead. Worry about the Dodgers. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, we don't play the Dodgers, and the only time we play them would be in the World Series. So, here's what it is. Yeah, I saw that Verdugo shaved. He looks like a young kid. Looks like a young kid, man. Unbelievable. 20 million was the max that they could charge for posting fee, Rocky. Then the latest collective bargaining agreement changed the format in which they can post posting fees. The new collective bargaining agreement, there's a new threshold, and it's like levels of threshold. But 20 million was the max for quite a few years, Rocky, and that just recently changed. Haters are the biggest fans, no doubt, Anthony. Jefferson, I think they can, but I don't think they will sign Hader. I don't think Hader's a good fit here. I'd rather sign Jordan Hicks over than Hader, in my personal opinion. But we'll see what they do. Verdugo looks like a frat guy, yeah, but he could ball. So appreciate you, Chris the Flash. Thank you, man. And check out Chris the Flash channel as well. Another great member of the 161 family party. He's also family. Let's support him and give him a sub too. It's greatly appreciated by us. Yeah, I pass on Hader personally. So Judge doesn't have to lead with no. I mean, I don't. Just like Cole doesn't lead with his mouth. They don't run their mouths. They lead by example, and they're vocal with their teammates. They do what they need to do with their team, with their teammates, and their family. So they don't need to be big mouths. Hicks going to the Rangers. Per what reports? I haven't seen that yet, Matt. I heard Hader had a good shot going to the Rangers too, but we'll see. We'll see. Strike Zone is 25 away from 100 subs. So we have 25 people in here that could sub to the Strike Zone. That's NFE. He's a loyal member of the 161 family. He's one of the OGs here. And he's got a great channel too. Yeah. I same here, Billy. I think Hayden would be fascinating in the Bronx, but I just don't see the fit. Like, but it would be kind of nuts if he came here and he balled out. Like, people would love him, love him. Yeah. So, and again, yeah, I mean, I like the last thing I want to do is pay $30 for a hot dog or $50 for a hot dog and a soda. It's like, what the freak, you know, which is crazy. Haters meeting with the Cardinals next week. That's it. Okay. All right. Waka too. The Royals signed a couple of starters. They also signed Will Smith, the reliever. So quietly making some moves. Hmm. Yeah, I think it's at the strike zone one. Try that in the browser. Try that. Like youtube.com// at the strike zone one. They just signed Hunter Renfro to the Royals. Yeah, they made some quietly productive moves. Jason Dominguez, yeah. Dominguez again, he's gonna be he looks like a good player. Looks like a good player. And I hope we get as much. I mean, I hope we can get Dominguez and Spencer Jones here. I really do. Yeah, exactly. $40 for freaking like it's crazy, Udall. It's crazy. The Royals are yeah, and they're trying to be competitive in the AL Central, which is probably the weakest division in baseball. So it makes sense. The Twins got to cut payroll. The Guardians are going to be cutting some players too, or trading some players away. The Tigers, not much. So like, they're very well in position to run. Try to make a run here. But we'll see. The Royals, you know what I mean. So Cohen's notorious for 12-year contracts. He's now stuck with Lindor. I don't know if Cohen's the one that gave Lindor the contract, is he? But Lindor, they got him at a young age. Was that Cohen that signed Lindor? And Lindor's been good for them. He's been good for them. So 6 ounce hot chocolate, oh my god. You can go to Starbucks and get a big ass hot chocolate whipped cream. It's half the price. But I trade Nestor and Torres, and the Twins have Kepler. I don't see the point. I mean, Polanco, but where would Kepler play? Max Kepler. He's blocked everywhere. Benji. He's blocked, unfortunately. Uh, Disgruntled. I mean, it is an option. I don't know what Scott Boras has taken several players to extensions before free agency. Steven Strasburg, Xander Bogaerts when he was with Boston, Jose Altuve. These are all Boras clients. He got them extensions before free agency. So now Soto's a historic player, generational player. So I don't know if it'll happen. But if the Yankees say, look, we want to lock this guy down long term, I'm sure he'll sit there. And if Soto wants it done, that's Boris's job to do it. You know, Soto doesn't work for Boris. Boris works for Soto, and that's the key. That's the key. Yeah, Lindor was a trade also, exactly. From the Guardians, and then they locked him up after that. That's a good point, Jonathan. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Jimmy, Yamamoto to the Mets. Yeah, I know Camilla. I do not. No, I don't know what Camilla said. I don't know, but that's what we have, gang. I won't keep you on much longer. Like, I'm not sure what Camilla said. To be honest with you. Um, Yeah, put the link again. The link that actually works, NFE, if you don't mind. J Ram has a big contract, but it's not prohibitively big. Like it's not bigger than Manny Machado. It's not bigger than not bigger than Nolan Arenado or Arenado or any of these contracts. So he became available. You he would have every team on would be after him. Jose Ramirez, every team. Hey, Australia, what's happening? Good day, Garen. How are you? Yeah, shout out to Australia. I appreciate that. We got a member of we got an Australian male, a member of the family. All right, man. I love it. I love it, Garen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to go to the Great Barrier Reef and get in the shark cage, Garen, at some point. Put your link in there too, Chris. Yeah. These are members of the 161 family. I'm going to be up just for another minute or two. I'm going to put their channels up on the here if you want, if you don't mind dropping them a sub just to support Chris the Flash and then to feed their channel. I want to help them out as much as I possibly can. Great content as well. Good members of the family, and I want to, I always want to help out wherever I can. So, you're going to Robbie Hyde stream after this. Hyde's another one. He's fire too. Hyde's fire. Jim Riley's fire. They're all fire with these streams. They really, really are. No. Yeah, Aaron Boone did say DJ was our starting third baseman. So I think it's good for now, Benji. But if they had a chance to get Jose Ramirez, and it would be crazy to not try to do that. Yeah, Pedro had a small frame. He was small, and he was, a legendary pitcher. So, my press is a great point. But, so anyway, let me wrap this up. Okay. Thank you all for coming on. And again, thank you all of you that took part. Like I said, I'm going to go back and pick 5 names for giveaways. We passed the 20,000 subscriber threshold this afternoon. I thank you so much for it. I love all he is. What's up, Bleed Blue? We've been on here for about an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm wrapping it up. I got to get ready for the week tomorrow and all that good stuff. So Matt Chapman, I think, is going to go to the Giants. I don't see the point in paying $25 million a year for Matt Chapman. Jose, if I had to go for a third baseman, it would be Jose Ramirez, if it was possible. Can't wait to see Yamamoto to the Mets my live stream. Yeah, Jimmy, I'll be sure to do that. If he goes to the Mets, I don't know what's the selling point there, but if he goes to the Mets, he goes to the Mets. What are they going to tell him? Well, we're 3 to 4 years away from being to the playoffs, so our farm stinks, and we got to revamp our farm too. But just hang in there. If he goes to the Mets, he goes to the Mets. If he goes to the biggest bidder, so whatever. But have a great night, everybody. Again, I appreciate all he is. Thank you for your support. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't done that yet. We passed 500 likes. Yeah, and Chris the Flash. So we got Chris the Flash. It's one channel right here. And then we also have the Strike Zone channel as well. Those are the 2 channels here, okay? And those are the 2 channels. They're in the comments as well under my name. So have a great night, everybody. I appreciate all he is. All things Yankees. Much love to you. Much love to everybody else. Thank you for the members of the group chat. Family as always, man. Jonathan, have a great night. Thank you so much for your contributions constantly. So I appreciate all he is. And again, best family out there. Love you all. See y'all tomorrow.